Here's the thing that I tell like the gentlemen that are watching the show and subscribe to the channel is like, when you're trying to meet someone, do it at the lowest cost to yourself, right? Like there's like this expectation where they feel as though like women feel as though men should take you off first, and right, wrong, and indifferent. Like, it's the culture that we currently live in. There's other cultures that don't have these kind of restrictions, right? These kind of requirements. But what I say is that sure, go ahead, do that, but do that at the least cost to yourself, right? Like, do you agree with that assertion, or do you not think that that's fair?
I kind of feel like do what's best for your pockets.
Okay.
Like, so if you do feel like, I can't afford to take you to this extravagant place right now, don't fake it and flaunt it in the beginning. Just take me somewhere nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that that's more important. I don't really think you should. It's like, I don't think that you're sitting there like, you know what? I got all this money, but I'm gonna take you to McDonald's because, like,
yeah.
I don't think that it's that. Like you do that type of thing. I just think that you just do what's best for your pockets, but you also do something sweet and nice. But I don't think women should assume like I'm like for example, like sometimes you take someone somewhere else eating, you say you're gonna pay, they get something so expensive that they would never get.
Yeah.
And it's like, just be considerate. Like, you don't know what my pockets is looking like. You don't know what I have. So if I take you out to eat, no, don't. I'm not saying 2 for $20. Like, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying be a little considerate. Like, what are you
considerate of your own pockets, or considerate of that you're taking someone out on a date?
Both. Like, if you're taking someone if I'm being asked on a date, I should still be considerate of the person who's taking me on a date. Like, I shouldn't be looking at the menu like, you know what, this steak and shrimp dinner looks nice, but I see that you ordered like something that was more like a little more, cheaper. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna pay attention to you.
Well, here's the thing is that I hear you and I understand you, but I think that like if you're a dude and you put yourself in a situation, right, like I don't know if you know Sam, but Sam is like, on the first date, I'll take her to Ruth Chris. You know Ruth Chris?
I don't.
It's like a fancy-ish steakhouse.
Okay.
So in my thing, I'm like Sam, and he's got a moniker on his channel called Blue Pill Sam. So, and the thing is like, I hear him, he's just like, well, if I got it, then da 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 da. And my thing is like, you doing this extra amount without understanding who she is, or even she even respects you, is a mindset that throws off how she is valued in the dating marketplace, or at least her, right? Like how she ascertains what her value is. You see what I'm saying? So it's like always setting up like these false, right? Like these falsities of how we can truly consider ourselves. Because my thing is like, there's certain things as a woman that you would do that I'm going to respect. And there's certain things that as a man that I'm going to do that you are going to respect. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that think that just because they look good, that they should deserve a status that is to be like long-term dating status, or like marriage status, or like you are a queen just because you're a woman. And I feel like you have to look at people's actions first before you determine what type of investment that you want to put in. It's like if I go into the stock market, I'm just not going to, if the stock is $5, I'm not going to pay $15 just because I feel like I should, and it makes me feel good.
Yeah, but you don't take a woman out to decipher her worth. Like, that's not what you're doing. You're not going out to be like, your worth is a 4 for $4. Your worth is to go to the steakhouse. Like, that's like, no. You take a woman somewhere because you're being considerate and you want to show her something nice. That's it has nothing to do with the worth of a woman where you take her to eat. It has nothing to do with the date you take her on. Does not depend on the worth of a woman. It's you, and it depends on you as a man. If you saying like, I have $1 million and I'm gonna take you for a 4 for $4 because I feel like that's all you worth, then that shows me the type of person you are.
Well, when you say worth, so let me define worth, right? Because I feel like the worth is how much value am I should I show respect. What not like not that like I do not respect her outside of that, but it's like, okay, how does she value herself? You see what I'm saying? Because to me, it is an interview. And during an interview, when like you're let's say you're interviewing at an organization, they are assessing your worth. They are assessing your value to the specific task that they are going to lay out in front of you. And, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree, disagree?
I agree with that.
But in a dating relationship, if you're trying to meet someone in order to see how they would fit in your life, I think that there is a degree of assessing their worth. But within your own life,
I agree with that. However, this when you go on an interview, like you said, and you're being assessed, and you could be putting your best foot forward at that time, right? And then you go to work, and over time, you start to see a person, whatever, like they're like who they are, and it's the same way in dating. You can't. So in the beginning, if you asked her on a date, you obviously thought she was somebody. You obviously thought she was of some importance, or you thought she was one of the like. Either way, you had some intent. So if your intent with this woman and you don't know the type of person that she is yet, but your intent is just to hit it, then you're gonna treat her a certain way. Period. But if you're like, I'm assessing who you are because I may want to date you and all of these things, you're still not gonna figure that out. And this is sad, but you're not gonna figure this out when you date a woman in the beginning anyway, because a woman is not herself when she first dates you.
Facts.
So you're not gonna find that out till months down the line after she can't hide who she is no more.
Well, but so the thing is, and a dude may do that too. There's dudes that will, put up facades of, whatever. But at the same time, my thing is like, if you know that is happening, if you know people are putting up facades, why are you going to put money into facades? Because you said be intentional about your pockets.
Yeah.
Right. So like if you said it yourself, you said people might put up a aura or a perception. So like if you know that, then why Ruth Crisp as opposed to coffee?
Because I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with it. You know what I mean? I just think like if you're the type of person where you have that type of money and you like that place, like that's your favorite place to eat, you taking me there because you like that place and you want to see if I like it too. It has nothing to do about like if I make it to the next level or not, or if you, because honestly, if you're the type of person who has that type of money, you shouldn't be out here just giving it to me no way, unless you want something else. You shouldn't just be out here passing it around like that anyway. You're taking me out to eat for dinner to get to know me. You're not like, that's what I feel like it is. I don't feel like you should be. I don't feel like the meal depends on.
Well, let me put it from this perspective. Although you don't agree that they should be judging your worth, she's judging my worth during that date.
She takes you off of where you take her.
She's judging my worth of who I am, how I hold myself, how do I open up my wallet when the check comes, right? Like she's judging me, right? So
I agree. I think it's a judgment thing on both ends. I agree with that. Which is why I feel like I understand the pressure of men a little more now.
Okay.
Because I do feel like with men, it's like women do judge where you take them. They do judge what you do. They do judge how you behave when you're there. Did you do this? Did you do that? I understand that. But I also feel that men go for certain types of women. And then they get upset when these standards are being, now you need to do this and you need to do that. But it's like you didn't go for the person who was there when you didn't have it. Or you didn't go for the person who was like, who's not the type, who's not this, let's just be honest, the body having fine girls. That's who y'all, but then you want to be mad when she expect them pockets to get empty.